Hey, what's going on, guys? Dope930 here with kind of my weekly update video on things going on with video games, mostly Xbox stuff, pretty much Xbox stuff. There has been kind of a lot of stuff that came out this past week, but a lot of it's kind of repetitive, and I'm not going to get too deep into it. But the gist of most of it's looking like the Xbox One console is getting a lot of hate and a lot of negative things about it. So let me kind of scroll through here. So the first thing is that, first thing I guess is something that's kind of important is that mod chips apparently are now completely legal in Europe, which is crazy. As long as it says, as long as they're not naughty. And it says a few weeks ago we informed you that an European court ruled out that Nintendo cannot prevent the use of hacking equipment on its consoles. Well, Site Gamer Law has added further clarification on the legal status of mod chips in general in Europe. In summary, they are now basically legal all over as long as they are primarily used for legitimate, non-infringing purposes like homebrew. So that's crazy. There's a lot of stuff. There's a ton of stuff on it with kind of more of the technical aspect of the different details on it. However, it's going to be interesting to see how long that kind of sticks around, because I mean it's kind of a constant battle with mod chips and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I obviously support homebrew and mod chips and things like that. I definitely can understand and don't agree with pirating per se. I mean, it's, if you think about it and everyone were to pirate games, which I know that no matter what, not everyone's going to, but it definitely does take a lot of money from the gaming companies. And you know, if it weren't for them making the money that they're able to make for the games they're creating, there'd be no reason, there'd be no purpose for them to continue creating games if they're doing it at a loss. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, as I'm sure there's gonna be more and more cases of copyright infringement, things like that due to that, you know, if that ruling stays. But for now, that's awesome. It's really cool for mod chip installers, you know, no longer having to worry about potentially getting a lawsuit or some kind of trouble over installing mod chips. So I can definitely I think that's awesome. I think that's a cool good thing. So apparently there was an issue with Xbox One users experiencing a black screen. It says some Xbox One users are reporting a black screen error following the February update. Microsoft is aware of the issue and there's a workaround available. So apparently it says the official Xbox One Twitter channel says you need to only power cycle your Xbox by holding the power button for 10 seconds to fix the issue. So kind of like on the Xbox 360, where if you had a corrupted update, you'd hold it down and it would kind of clear it out. It says, unfortunately for some users, the Xbox One black screen issue interrupted their Titanfall beta gameplay sessions. Though it's a headache and an inconvenience, the issue does not appear to be very widespread or significantly damaging. So it's a quick fix. Still kind of crappy that they didn't kind of work out the kinks and bugs prior to sending out a mass update like that. But again, it's not like it did anything significantly bad, so not a huge issue. So first thing, a guy, Motley Fool, says the Xbox One looks like a total failure. It says, according to this article by financial service site The Motley Fool, Microsoft Xbox One is a total failure for the company, mainly because Sony's PS4 is outselling it at a 2-to-1, at least in the USA, ratio. So there's a lot of information on that, where it's kind of just talking about, it says, why is the Xbox One struggling? EA could be the one most exposed, still early in the console war. So it's just kind of, it's more speculation than anything, but there has been a lot of things going on with Xbox. As we know, they got a new CEO, and there's talks from the new CEO saying things like, you know, they want to focus more on the software side of things and talking about dropping it. So there's a lot of things like drama really going on with the Xbox console in general. For the original Xbox console, they released a new emulator called Surreal 64. It's a new version of their older emulator for N64 games. It looks, based off the screenshot, it looks pretty awesome. So if you are an Xbox original user and you know, use that emulator, there is an update out for you. Next thing is Forbes, which I believe is a magazine. It says Forbes, Microsoft should give Xbox to Nintendo. It says, according to Forbes contributor Adam Harding, while calling Xbox One a failure may be premature, Microsoft investors have plenty to worry about. Just a few days after we posted the Motley Fool article, here goes another doom one, this time by American business giant Forbes. In this one, site contributor Adam Harding says that Microsoft should just give up on the Xbox and Kinect and handle them over to Nintendo. So there's a ton of stuff on that. It's a pretty big article. Link will be in the description of that. What else? I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back I was talking about the Cronus Max, which is like a it's a mod chip for or like a modding device for the Xbox controller, which pretty much allowed you to use any and all other consoles controllers on your Xbox 360. So you could use like PC keyboard, you can use Wii U, you could use PS4, Xbox One, like everything. Well, apparently, like with all mod chips, there's a Chinese knockoff that came out, and it's not actually able to update, no firmware updates and no game packs. So there's an article on that. So if you do have, or if you're thinking about purchasing one of those Cronus Maxes, make sure you check this out. It looks like they're incorporating a serial number or something like that to kind of prevent that, like not Microsoft, like Team Executor did. So be checking into that. Xbox has released, last week we talked about stereo headset that was coming out and a adapter to use your old headsets. Well, this week Microsoft released a screenshot for an Xbox One media remote. It's just kind of a small little remote, kind of looks similar to like the Apple TV style. Apparently price is $24.99 on it, which I don't know, for Microsoft that doesn't seem terrible, but based off the size and how small this thing looks, I don't know. I don't even want to get into price. Everything is overpriced in my opinion for Microsoft. So that's a thing if you're interested. Last thing is Microsoft it looks like inviting Xbox One users to test out their March 3 update. The new Xbox One beta program will let some console owners test out future system updates. I would imagine it must be a pretty big update if they need beta testers for it. It's probably maybe a pretty significant cosmetic update. A little bit more information on that over here. But yeah, that's really it, guys. Just a lot of kind of negativity towards Xbox and Microsoft consoles as a whole. It'll be interesting. I was talking to one of my buddies today about this, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Xbox console over this next year. I know they have plans of releasing a cheaper one. It'll be interesting to see if that kind of has a helps them come back with you know, battling the PS4. I do plan on picking up an Xbox One sometime this year, so you know, I'm still interested in getting one, definitely. But what are you guys' thoughts on it? Do you guys think the Xbox One is going to be a flop and it's going to, you know, pretty much fail? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Personally, I'm going to say I don't think so. I mean, I'm not an investor, I'm not in the business, I couldn't tell you, but I mean, you know, they had the Xbox, they had the Xbox 360, and they are all really high-selling consoles regardless of, you know, issues with Red Ring of Death and things like that. So I know there's a lot of diehard Microsoft Xbox fans, and I don't know that a lot of them will be willing to transition over to you know, Sony's console or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see, but let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching very much. Links are always in the description if you want to find out more, because I just summarized kind of what's going on in these videos. And if this video was informational, please like, subscribe, and share for more. Alright guys, Dopes 930, and I'm out. Peace.